Some of us teethed on chaos. There was nothing predictable about our home environment. We never knew when things were going to get ugly, when we were going to be blamed for something we didn't have anything to do with, when we were going to be told there was something wrong with us. We grew up with chaos for probably a good 18 years before we left the home. And so if you think about it, after 18 years of the same thing, chaos, what becomes our comfort zone? You guessed it, chaos. Now, at this point, there has been a pattern established. We might like to tell ourselves that we don't attract chaos to us, but remember, your comfort zone is where you want to stay. So whether you are willingly manifesting or attracting chaos or not, the vibes you put out are very closely related to unpredictability, unfavorable outcomes, chaos. Now, if this is you, you are probably saying at this point, I don't want to be in this comfort zone anymore. Think about this though. Have you ever had a day where all of a sudden you realized you were so anxious and you tried to think back over what might have prompted it, and you say, this just doesn't make sense. Everything was going so smoothly. I actually felt somewhat content. I actually may have been experiencing at least a small degree of peace. Why in the world would I be anxious? You probably have a good idea of what comes next. You're anxious because you are now out of your comfort zone. A lot of us self-sabotage when things are going well. And we probably then tell ourselves how stupid we are, because how could we have messed up a good thing? We were lucky enough to have a change. Non-chaos, peace. And we did something to go right back to the chaotic lives that we are used to. You got to remember, your ego is driving the bus here. Your ego doesn't want you to be uncomfortable by being out of your comfort zone. The ego shouldn't have a vote on this one. This is where your higher self could chime in and say, it's okay, it's unfamiliar territory, you'll get used to it, don't let yourself freak out, you don't need to be anxious. Where your ego will be saying, yeah, this is really awful, you should be so anxious, you can hardly stand it. This isn't what you're used to. I did hear something that seemed like a good idea, because it is about being intentional, being mindful. I heard of a woman that makes it a point every morning when she wakes up, before she even opens her eyes, of saying, I am manifesting a day of abundance and peace. So if you start to get anxious because your manifestation actually came through, you can just remind yourself that you wanted it this way. And yes, it's unfamiliar, but if there are things that are worth getting familiar with, this is one of them. I am manifesting a day of abundance and peace. It's making us stretch, it's making us grow. Our egos are just reacting to us trying something new. That new being to manifest peace. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes for you.